Imagine a life where you can face any problem with unshakable peace and clarity. No more sleepless nights, no more unnecessary stress. Sounds impossible? Let me tell you, it's not. The secret lies in one powerful idea that has stood the test of time for over 2,000 years. This concept has transformed countless lives, including mine. And today, I'll show you exactly how you can use it to find happiness and freedom from suffering. Stay with me, because this is a life-changing revelation. Life revolves around the problems we have and the solutions we seek to find happiness. It's a never-ending chase. Many of us believe that solving every issue we face will lead to a tranquil life free from suffering. But is that really the case? If every challenge were resolved, would we truly find fulfillment? Philosophers across history argue otherwise. They claim that our approach to problems may be fundamentally flawed. Today, I want to share a philosophy that could change the way you see your struggles, a perspective so impactful that it might just redefine how you experience life itself. Let's dive into the incredible concept of the dichotomy of control. The dichotomy of control is simple yet profound. It's about differentiating what is within our control from what isn't. Many people live their lives worrying about situations they can't change. But what if I told you that you don't need to carry that weight? This philosophy isn't just abstract wisdom. It's a practical tool to reduce unnecessary suffering, improve focus, and help you live with greater peace and clarity. Let's explore how understanding this concept can revolutionize your mindset, and more importantly, how to use it in your everyday life. When I first encountered this idea, it was through the works of ancient Stoic philosophers, particularly Epictetus, who said, "The chief task in life is to separate and distinguish matters so that I can clearly say to myself, which are externals not under my control, and which have to do with the choices I actually control." This insight is profound because it offers us a framework to handle life's complexities. It's about making a clear distinction between what we influence and what lies beyond our grasp. Let's unpack this concept and see how it applies to you. In life, we face three types of situations: those we can fully control, those we can partially control, and those completely outside our control. Take kindness, for example. Being kind to others is fully within your power. On the other hand, maintaining good health is partially under your influence, as external factors can sometimes intervene. And then there's the weather tomorrow, which is entirely out of your hands. Understanding this categorization is the first step toward reducing stress and frustration. Here's a relatable scenario. Imagine you've gone to the hospital for medical tests, and you're told it'll take 2 days for the results. In those 48 hours, you feel anxious, worrying about all the possible outcomes. What if it's something serious? What if your life changes forever? When the results finally arrive, and they're normal, you feel relief. But consider this. Those 2 days of suffering didn't change the results. The outcome was entirely outside your control. By understanding the dichotomy of control, you could have saved yourself unnecessary stress and maintained peace of mind throughout the waiting period. But how do we distinguish what falls into each category? Here's a powerful exercise. Take a piece of paper and write down all the problems currently troubling you. Then, divide them into 3 groups. Group 1 is for things fully within your control, like your daily habits, how you treat others, or how you spend your time. Group 2 is for things you partially control, such as your health, career progress, or relationships. Finally, Group 3 is for things entirely out of your control, like past mistakes or other people's opinions. By categorizing these problems, you can clearly see where to focus your energy. Now, let's go deeper. Life is filled with external influences that we can't change. A job interview, for instance, is affected by the interviewer's mood, the competition, and countless unpredictable factors. You can't control these variables, but you can control your preparation, your attitude, and how you present yourself. This mindset shift is liberating. Instead of obsessing over the outcome, focus on giving your best effort. This philosophy empowers you to act with intention while letting go of unnecessary stress. The dichotomy of control doesn't mean suppressing emotions or becoming indifferent. Instead, it teaches us to respond intentionally. It's natural to feel initial emotional reactions, but as humans, we have the power to decide our next steps. For example, if you lose a job, initial sadness or frustration is normal. However, dwelling on it won't change the situation. What you can control is how you approach your next opportunity. Updating your resume, networking, and learning new skills. Consider the analogy of an archer aiming at a target. The archer can control their technique, focus, and equipment, but external factors like wind or unforeseen distractions might still affect the shot. The Stoics teach us to focus on the process, not the outcome. If the archer does everything within their power and the arrow misses, there's no reason for frustration. It was beyond their control. This applies to all areas of life, relationships, careers, health, and more. Digging even deeper, it's crucial to understand that often the source of our suffering and stress is not in the things we can change, but in our reaction to events outside of our control. For instance, imagine you're in an important work meeting, and in the middle of your presentation, something unexpected happens. The system crashes, or a colleague interrupts with an unnecessary comment. What happens inside you in that moment? Do you feel nervous, anxious, or even angry at the situation? The critical point here is to realize that while you can't control the system failure or other people's actions, you can always control how you respond to them. Most of us, instinctively, will seek to justify the mistakes and blame the external factors, the system that failed, the colleague who interrupted. However, this reaction only serves to increase stress and frustration without actually solving anything. In practice, these emotions create a vicious cycle. The more you get frustrated with what you can't control, the more you waste time and mental energy that could be used to improve the things that truly are under your control, such as how you communicate, how you handle the situation practically and efficiently, and even how you stay calm and focused. This example illustrates one of the key lessons of the dichotomy of control, that the power to influence an outcome doesn't lie in trying to control everything around us. Instead, it lies in choosing how we react to situations. Think of it this way. Imagine you are a sailor navigating a boat across unpredictable waters. You can't control the wind, the waves, or sudden storms. But what you can control is how you steer the boat, how you adjust your sails, and how you respond to the elements. Similarly, in life, the unexpected is going to happen. There will always be elements beyond our influence. What will define your experience is how you steer your boat in response. Instead of fighting against the uncontrollable, you learn to navigate through it, finding ways to keep moving forward with resilience. Moreover, when we start applying the dichotomy of control to our lives, it allows us to realize that not everything deserves our emotional investment. Many times, we expend energy worrying about situations that, in the grand scheme of things, won't even matter in a few months or years. Let's say you missed an important opportunity or failed in a job interview. The disappointment is understandable, but if you stay focused only on the disappointment, you risk missing the bigger lesson and not learning from the experience. The key is to separate your feelings from the situation and look at what is under your control. What actions you can take to improve for the future, whether it's refining your skills, improving your approach to interviews, or seeking better opportunities. The more you shift your focus from the uncontrollable to the controllable, the less power external circumstances have over you. You will start to feel empowered because you'll recognize that you always have the ability to choose your response. This doesn't mean that you become detached or indifferent to life's challenges. On the contrary, it means you become more present and intentional in the way you engage with them. You learn to be at peace with the things you cannot change and channel your energy into the things that you can improve. Imagine, for instance, you are facing a personal conflict with a close friend or family member. Instead of obsessing over their actions and wishing they would change, you focus on how you can express your feelings clearly, how you can approach the situation with understanding, and how you can make decisions that align with your values. The dichotomy of control teaches you that your peace is found in the things you can control, and that, often, this can make all the difference in your emotional well-being and overall happiness. Think about relationships. You can't control how someone feels about you, but you can control how you treat them. You can't ensure they'll stay in your life, but you can cherish and respect the time you have together. By focusing on your actions and letting go of the need to control others, you build stronger, healthier connections. Let's look at another practical example. Imagine you're studying for an exam. You can't guarantee the questions on the test, but you can control how well you prepare. Spending time worrying about the unknown won't improve your performance. Instead, channel that energy into studying effectively. The same logic applies to fitness goals, business ventures, or personal growth. Here's another exercise to reinforce this mindset. Whenever you face a challenge, pause and ask yourself, is this something I can control? If the answer is yes, focus on actionable steps. If the answer is no, remind yourself that worrying won't change the outcome. This isn't about ignoring problems, but about allocating your energy wisely. The beauty of the dichotomy of control is that it empowers us to live intentionally. Instead of reacting impulsively to every situation, we gain the clarity to prioritize what truly matters. Over time, this practice can reduce stress, enhance decision-making, and bring a deeper sense of peace. For over 2,000 years, philosophers have used this principle to navigate life's uncertainties. Their wisdom is as relevant today as it was in ancient times. By embracing the dichotomy of control, you can transform your approach to problems, let go of unnecessary suffering, and focus on what genuinely adds value to your life. Thank you for watching this video. If you found this concept helpful, give it a like. It helps share this philosophy with more people. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Check them out. Until next time, take care and remember, control what you can, let go of what you can't, and live with purpose.